All right, welcome back, Randomania people. We got the late night Randomania matchup here for the tournament, the Randomizer Random Percent Tournament between Shatty and Seaphil. I am your commentator for at least the first portion of this match by myself. I am Eat My Steel, and these guys have been just waiting for the last race to get done so we can get going. After that RBG game, we got a good one we should be seeing here right now. So looks like these guys are getting ready to go here, and we should be off in just a second. It doesn't look like we're starting with any rings right off, so that's something to take note of here on this start screen, or pre-start screen, I should say. And pretty nasty starting spot, and it looks like we're starting with five Triforces. Really want to take a look at that screen again. Seaphil's got it up here. First quest 5, 7, and 8, was it? Was there also 4 on the end of that? I gotta look at that again. And a bait start and a magical boomerang start. Well, hey, any seed's good when you're starting off with the best item in the game, so that's all right for these guys. I mean, you got a blue boomerang and some bait. What else do you need? You know, you're good to go. You can stun enemies. You can get through the overworld. Yeah, it's all right. Yeah, 4 and 5 were the other two Triforces they have. So they're halfway there on the Triforces, and yeah, 0 hit point enemies would be great right now if they start with a boomerang, but doesn't look like that's the case so far. Both runners kind of taking the same routing up here, going up, checking the power bracelet spot, see if we've got a item here in the normal vanilla location, which we have the vanilla power bracelet in its normal spot. So there's one thing not randomized so far. Another thing not randomized, it looks like we have normal shop prices and the normal shop item distribution. So find something that's going to mix these runners up here. Seaphil with a nice little clip over to, or the nice little scroll over to the vanilla blue ring shop spot, which has our magical sword. And meanwhile, Shatty is finding the any roads to be very vanilla, it looks like. So he's going to jump over to Vanilla Start, which is a really good play because his wood sword might just be sitting right there. Since everything else is looking vanilla, that's a great place to go check right now. Indeed, he has his wood sword. Meanwhile, Seaphil finding a level. Yes, and no extra candles, but that level that he found was over by the Dead Woods, the old potion shop there. Golden level, we don't know if the pallets are swapped or much about it yet, but it looked like it might have been a second quest 6 entrance or thereabouts. And we have, looks like vanilla money on the secrets as well here. Seaphil finding one enemy at least that goes down to 0 hit points. Those orange Tektites are dropping to the boomerang, so it looks like these guys have both found the same dungeon here, just near the vanilla start location. It's a blue one, and Shatty is going to do a Kananaki here. As soon as he gets this last hand out of the wall, he's going to be going through that key door. Well done there, and we've got some Shy Guys in here, which are actually Gurias and Shatty's sprite set, so decent enemy set here for an early level. Let's see if we can figure out. That is Shapes right there, and that is going to be one of the first quests. So it looks like we've got a 1 through 6 Shapes going on. Meanwhile, the Wall Masters are giving Seaphil a hand out back to the start of that dungeon. Shatty getting some more wall masters taken care of here in this level with the push block. Let's see what if we can find in this I don't know what shape we call that level. Chat, you got any ideas on shape? TikTok logo? I don't know what the TikTok logo is, so that one doesn't help. Yeah, Seaphil back in this gold dungeon that we saw for just a second earlier, gonna give up a heart and go into what we like to call zombie mode here. So he is down to basically one hit's gonna take him out here, but he keeps all of his hearts. That's the nice thing about finding the mugger early like that. You don't really lose anything. He could have just gone through that room, up aid, and got his health back too, but being very careful with these red landmines at the moment. Potential push block here for Seaphil in this dungeon, so yes, and permasword beams are on, so that's another nice thing. This early dungeon find that we got here. We can get through these landmines. We'll see if we can find an item here in the golden dungeon that he's in. It looked like Seaphil was trying to do a little clip into that block. Couldn't quite get it before the landmines were threatening there, so let's see if he tries to get in there again. And they're doing what they do best. They like to mirror you. You go one way, they like to go the opposite way sometimes. There he gets in there. He gets that clip into the block, and he's safe. He can just sit there and take him out. The other thing he could have done is just left the room after he killed the first one and went back in. That guy would have been gone, so he could have just gone through. So, see what he's got here. It's an item, and it is a wand, so that is a great find to get early. Really going to help his early level exploration zoom by pretty quick. So if he goes back into that other dungeon, you know, he has a key in hand too, so if he doesn't feel good on the Kanana key thing like Shatty did, he can get back into this dungeon that Shatty's in and do some probably a little quicker exploration. Meanwhile, Shatty's getting ready to do another Kanana key here. Hopefully he can pull this off with the rope, and does. Very nice. And this is a nasty room that Seaphil's found himself in here. Yeah, you can't damage the Wizrobes with the wand there, Seaphil. That's not gonna help. And they take him out. So I didn't see if Shatty got blocked by something in that other dungeon. I was kind of watching Seaphil there for a second. Why he noped out of there all of a sudden. I don't know if he didn't find anything or got blocked by something. Maybe he was key blocked again. Yeah, keys, alright. That sounds about right. And Shatty takes his zombie mode. He'll probably find his wand very shortly. He gets a key here. Nice, just sorting that landmark out, and he's going to do the room exit, come back in, and pop that room open, and he's going to have his wand. These guys are right in the shadow of each other here right now, so it's pretty neck and neck so far. Nobody with a clear advantage. Now Seaphil back into the other dungeon. So these guys are just going back and forth between these two dungeons right now. And neither of them knows whether either of these dungeons are a Triforce they might need. I'm thinking that this blue one, Shatty might be banking also on the fact that it might be one of the dungeons he doesn't need. It looked like it was fairly small in size. Could be a 4 maybe, but I'm guessing that it might be a 1, 2, or 3, one of the Triforces he has. So this gold dungeon might be a little more fruitful in his thinking.
Yep, now that I'm done setting up, I can sneak in. I think that both of them probably going to bank on the pallets not shuffling at this point, given what we've seen so far.
Yeah, absolutely. I would. It's a good play to do early, is to bank on the pallets being kind of their normal self in these flags. And so much already we've seen is vanilla, that would follow well.
And 19 rooms is a little bit large, but it could just be the fact that some of the higher dungeons, like 5 and 6, rolled a little bit small, so they average out. Either that or one is tiny.
Yeah, I've seen some 2s or so about that size. So that one shocked me.
I think if you average it out, I think it's like 21.6 or 0.7 on the average room that it can distribute based on the amount of 16 by 8, I think it is, that the 1 through 6 can utilize. And there's always a couple rooms that get missed, so it's more or less 21.
Yep. And Shatty finding the compass and taking a death right away. Don't know if he's going to be in a hurry to go back into that dungeon. That's the dungeon that pulled the wand out of. Wand in a gold colored dungeon like that for vanilla is going to be level 6. So that could be the level that he was in right there. Alright, let's see if Seaphil can make some other progress in this dungeon that Shatty wasn't able to, but he's finding another key block here too, so this might be short-lived, and what may just be the blue boomerang they already have in a level 2, so we'll have to see if these guys pull a heart or something off the floor. But Shatty's back in here now too, so he might be just looking to get some info on these levels. Yep, gotta do all those wall masters all over again, Shatty. That's never fun. It's waiting around for wall masters to kill. It's just, hey. Yep, Shatty was blocked up by that same block that Seaphil just bolted out of this level for us. Let's see if we can find some new horizons here. Seaphil is out checking some new spots here and see if he can find something else. And directly behind that key block, he finds a ladder block. Big secret on the coast for Seaphil. That's gonna be nice, especially if they can come across a book and see if there's another boomstick in this one. That first quest spot did not open, so this is at least mixed, if not second quest dungeons they're looking at. Both these runners doing very similar things here on the overworld as far as their routing. Kind of hitting the same spots, so we're kind of get to see one do one and then one do the other thing and back and forth. So these guys are really close as far as how they're approaching this. Another dungeon, we got a green dungeon here on the right side of the coast here for Seaphil. Let's see what we can pull or find out of here. It might be a level 3 if the pallets are kind of where they're supposed to be. Finds the meat block, which they have the meat for, so that's come on, game. Yeah, could be a 7 with all the rooms we're seeing here. And there's a red candle, so that's looking very much like that could be a 7. And that we've got some vanilla items here for these guys. So yeah, we haven't seen too much that could tell us whether this is a first quest 7 or if this is a shape 7. But it's looking like one of those possibilities. Maybe that room says that to the shapes again.
My guess is it's still a first quest.
Yeah, I was trying to figure out how far up he was when he had the meat block room, which kind of goes everywhere. If you can go right from that room. I'm trying to remember the vanilla map in my head.
They're in the third column from the bottom, so it's not really its traditional spot. It's not all the way to the left, but it's definitely...
Ooh, and Shatty finds a compass, so this is one of the dungeons they need, for sure. Yeah, where they're sitting right now. Right.
Based on Shatty's bombing north, I don't think that he's deduced that this is level 7 first quest. I think he may be assuming it's shapes.
We've got a stair here, see what we find. Oh, this was the candle that Seaphil had already found, okay. See if there's a transport to the north. But... And we've got our old buddy Dig Dogger still here in level 7, and he's able to bomb through the other side unless anything... Oh, Triforce is in the Triforce room here, so... Shatty's gonna get his level 7 Triforce, be on his way with the assumption there is nothing else he needs in this level. So this is definitely a mixed quest, because we saw the level 8 hole for first quest open up there where the bomb spot on the coast didn't, so he's definitely in a mixed quest here. Finding a white dungeon in the woods here. This might be level 8 indeed. Seaphil grabbing his try out of 7. He's going to be on his way. Again, these runners just one following the other, one place to the other. Last time, Seaphil got over the coast a little sooner. This time, Shatty got up to this what we are assuming is level 8 here on Shatty's side. Quick item, and there is our any key. So that is almost 100% verified that unless something really trolly's going on, this is completely vanilla items, and these guys are going to know what they're going to be finding in each dungeon they go to. So this could be a quick race between these guys as soon as they recognize it, and a quick Triforce right away there for Shatty. So, which that looks like that's got to be a shapes level 8 there too. So. We got full shapes, I think.
Yep, shouts to Sis Crusher noticing that 7 wasn't quite playing the way it should. It's definitely shapes after all.
Yeah, I thought something looked a little off with where they were in certain spots in that 7. I couldn't quite put my finger on it. We got chat helping us out here, so that's always good. So yeah, that candle location in 7 is actually quite helpful. They didn't have to go and find a candle or buy a candle, so that was just right there for them to take, so that's kind of nice. They got, Shatty's got the any key, his exploration is opening up quick. Oh, and we do have a boomstick on. That's very nice with that quick one that they found in 6. Not far away from the cache on both sides for that, so we're going to see some explosions in the near future, methinks.
Yeah, with the bait block out of the way and already having started with bait, I think that also takes a little bit of the expenditure out of the play, so makes it more likely that you may want to try and get the book for Boomstick plus hopefully Atlas. Maybe you get lucky.
Oh yeah, absolutely. With the shapes being on, that's, you definitely want to see if that Atlas is happening. So double bonus possible for the boomstick. Shatty doing a bit of gambling with that boomstick in mind, I think. Gets a 24. Let's see if he goes back in. What's he gonna do? Oh, minus 13. Come on, let's get a big one. Daddy needs some shoes. Oh, negative 14. Low money there, Shatty. Go keep digging some more. Oh, he gets a big one, 31. He's kind of not that far back from where he started. And a 24. Ooh! It's crazy these getting that.
He's close enough now where I think he can probably just get a 5 or draw from something and be okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Just go and grab that boomstick.
Oh, never mind.
Oh, Seaphil purchased the arrows. That's why. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, he's kicking himself for that one right now.
Well, for the moment, perhaps. I don't know if he's permanently going to kick himself on that one.
No, Shatty just found another take-in here, another secret cave up here with some cash in it. So, he's not going to be hurting for cash, I don't think, here. And another level up here in the bomb spot in the Lost Hill.
This palette would suggest level 3 to me.
Yeah, from what we've seen so far, Shatty's thinking there's a raft in there and a Triforce he doesn't need, so hasta la vista.
Yeah, it certainly looks like Shatty's kind of diagnosed with the seeds thrown at him. I don't think Seaphil is actually that far off on figuring it out himself.
No, he's not too far behind Shatty here. As far, I mean, the boomstick's going to help Shatty right now for the time being, but you know, as soon as Seaphil gets his money and gets his boomstick, don't think it'll be that far behind. Yeah, Seaphil not gambling that. I don't blame him. I am not a gambler at that money game. Every time I touch that thing, it's always like a -40 or something. So I avoid the money game like a plague.
Yeah, I look at it, I'm always tempted just to see if it perhaps rolled like one of those rare plus 67, plus 59, plus 7, whatever high number without rolling anything significant low end.
Yeah, the only time I feel okay with kind of doing that is if I have like just like $10 or something. You know, I already have just some pocket change. It's not a big deal if I lose it. If I'm close to something like boomstick, there's no way I'm touching it.
So my guess
Seaphil.
on Seaphil's side is that he probably figures that this is level 3, but I don't know if he's ready to assume that this is going to be the raft.
Yeah, he got that compass. He knows he doesn't need the Triforce in there. Yeah, let's see if he pieces together, if he's just gambling that, you know, maybe the raft is going to be something he needs.
I mean, if it is, he's got a minor edge. Because finding a raft dungeon early would probably get you a little bit of an advantage if Shatty has to go clear the old world and come back for the raft, because he's probably going to order, oh, they already have the power bracelet, but he'd probably look at recorder first.
Yeah, Shatty here in what appears to be level 5 color, and he's going to be looking for that recorder here.
Have to clear this room because it could be push block replacing the open staircases, which toggles the key into the corner as a standing item, and it did in this case, so that flag is definitely on.
Yep, and just the transport here, not the thing he's looking for. Let's see where he can pull up. There's going to be the Triforce for him. He gives a shot at. Oh, thanks, game. Compass, one room after the Triforce. Never fails. Yeah, and I like Shatty's play here right now. I think you know the recorder's in here. You know it's something you might need for extra good measure for him. I think you do your best effort to get the recorder out of here while you're in here right now. Another potential stair room in this reverse C with crabby Gibdos in it. And it's just the other end of that transport. So you gotta keep looking here a little bit. And then the Rupee boss trolling him a little bit, getting his hopes up. No dice.
Yeah, the other benefit of this recorder is it could take him to level 4 right away, so he would at least know where it's at. I think that's why he's so committed to finding it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And then we know it's mixed quest too, so you know it could well be behind a recorder spot, or even there could be even a dig dogger hanging out in a level 9 looking to block his silvers or something. So it's something item you want to have in your back pocket. Oh, that's kind of a nice small little level.
Yeah, it's the same size as what we saw out of level 2. In fact, I think it's only like 19 or 20 rooms there.
That makes me think that we're gearing up for some kind of like Gargantuan 6 or some other dungeon.
Well, if
Might
you
have some.
yeah, if you average 2 and 5 out and they're all like 19 rooms, then that gives you enough if you assume level 1's kind of in the same ballpark to be, like, I don't know, I don't think it puts you above 30 even, so I actually think it won't be too bad for him.
Yeah, this seed is throwing some curveballs at him as far as exploring this level 5 here. It's got out of options though. The transport isn't any good, so there's got to be some way to get over to the left side of this level 5 here.
You know, thinking about the worst case scenario for Shatty is if it's old and beaten dungeons. If it's at least vanilla game, but goes to unbeaten, it would land him on Recorder Lake, or not Recorder Lake, raft spot in the lake, so he could explore that one spot.
Alright, now he's got his recorder. He's going to be getting his try, getting out of his way. And looks like Seaphil had picked up the level 5 try too. Doesn't look like he dug the recorder out of here. We'll see if that comes into play later. Shatty with his try and out of there. And this is this the level 4? Did he find level 4 at the vanilla 1 spot? Yeah, because this is not the gold dungeon we saw before, so this has got to be level 4 if everything else follows from it. Shatty testing that recorder, and it looks like it's taking him to the vanilla beaten dungeons here. Wait a minute, is this level 3 that Shatty's in now? Was that 3 at 3 spot?
1.
Okay, oh yeah, Seaphil's got the ladder out of 4 here. Yep, and Shatty's at 1. Okay, that makes sense. So it is deep beaten dungeons, but it is the new dungeons that it goes to, so he can still use the recorder to buzz around in this seed. And this is actually a good place for him to be too, because he can get the bow out of here, so he's gonna have everything in hand when he gets to level 9 that could possibly be in his way. Once he finds 4 and gets that one done. But Seaphil have a little leg up on him in 4th. It's just a girl in there and there's no Ganon required. He might have a step on Shatty here. So we've got a level 1 in the vanilla level 3, and we've got a level 4 in the vanilla level 1. This is interesting. Shatty clearing up the dead woods checks here. We're gonna go do some recorder checks. And man, with the way that Shatty's routing this, it's looking like it might be a hot minute before he actually gets over to find where this level 4 area is. This could be A little bad news for him. Oh, Seaphil takes a death in level 4. Not far away from the Triforce either, by what it looked like. Shatty getting up, checking this recorder spot here. See if he pulls anything out of what's Vanilla 7. You know that that's not what he's looking for. And the other thing I haven't noticed, I don't think we've seen level 9 yet. So that could ultimately help Shatty out, you know, if he goes up here and finds level 9 and, you know, within this routing that he's going to do before he gets back over to where he needs to be for Vanilla level. Do some tooting up here at the second quest 6 spot, and nothing happening there. Seaphil makes it through the chute. Gotta get through this fire room, and then we'll see if we can pick the Triforce up here in 4. And I would imagine the way he's running this, he's going to be looking for 9. Which with these flags, I actually kind of like that play. You know, get the tries, get in the 9, find out what you need to know before going someplace you may not need to be. Oh yeah, good point, Chad. Seaphil here with book money in hand, so let's see if he goes for that boomstick before looking to check 9. It's not heading to the area that we know that it's at, but you know he might still be needing to find 9 too, so he might just be looking for it along the way. Or he finds an old man that takes his money and he doesn't have enough money for it anymore. Oh, he's gonna find it right here too. Oh, man. Oh, that is heartbreaking. Oh man, I hate to see that. That is just rude game. Oh yeah, Shatty here in level 4 now, so he has the final piece of his puzzle. He's got his boomstick in hand, so that's going to help him out big time. Get this ladder here in 4, and he'll be looking for 9 as well. And the White Sword is, you know, of course, in its own location in the White Sword Cave. It's a nice find for Seaphil, a little more combat upgrade. That's a good old Betty to find there. Shatty pulling his ladder out of level 4, and Seaphil heading over to the Greenwoods and seeing if he can find some level 9 action over there. Seaphil having a little trouble getting this clip into the tree here to burn the Vanilla 7 spot. The pea hazards all over him like stank on poo right now, so he's not in the best spot for that. This is not a good screen to be doing that. Meanwhile, Shatty blasting his way down to where we know the Triforce is. We'll see if he goes the correct way, which is south here, and he does not. So it'll be doing a little bit more of a tour of level 4 here for the time. Wondered if Seaphil is heading back to find himself a book here. He's heading back to places I think he's pretty much been to most of these spots over here. So that's the only thing I know that's over. He's checking one spot, which opens. Shatty with his Triforce. Nah, there's Seaphil with plenty of cash in his pocket for the book now. See if he goes over and grabs that just a couple screens over and up, and he's going down. Got one more screen to check here. Hopefully it's not an old man taking too much of his money. Well, it's an old man, but he ain't taking his money. That's good for him, so. See where he goes now. Shatty grabbing a potion. Good purchase here. Didn't take any caves. So he's going to be pretty set once he does find level 9. He'll have bow in hand, he has recorder, and Seaphil finally gets his boomstick. So we're dang near neck and neck here with the one exception of the recorder out of 5 and the bow out of 1 that Shatty both went ahead and dug out. So we'll see. This will be an interesting finish for these guys with those two difference makers here. And the other thing for Shatty is that level 9 we haven't seen, that may yet be recorder blocked, so that might be a spot that we need to find through the recorder, so that could be rough sledding if it is for Seaphil. And Seaphil can now get the white sword, which he already has. Guaranteed. And Seaphil going back into this level 1, and he's going to find his bow. So that, if the level 9 is not blocked by a recorder, nothing in level 9 is blocking anything with the recorder. Seaphil's going to be right back in this as far as Ganon being required, because we know that those silver arrows are going to be a 9 with the vanilla items being on. So we're going to have a silver arrow and red ring sitting waiting for us level 9. So another excellent thing to know when you're going in. Finds the inferior wooden boomerang on the floor and does exactly what he should do even if he didn't have the blue boomerang, which is ignore it. Seaphil grabbing his bow here and back out to go do some level 9 searching. Yeah, and level 9 on a raft spot, getting more and more less unlikely, shall we say, at this point. So that would be a neat little wrinkle if that came to be in this seed. Question, chat, the overworld is mixed, and with the money that they got, I'm thinking that this is a first quest mid. If it isn't first quest mix, they just fell into like a lot of cash, so they got all the good secrets, in which case there wouldn't really be any other secrets hanging out left on the overworld. There's one recorder spot that Shatty's got under his belt. Vanilla level 2 in first quest, 3 in second quest opens up. And just some secrets in there. Seaphil over in the grave area where Shatty's already been over here. Don't think we've seen too much of Death Mountain at this point. I think that's been one of the main spots that these runners haven't really dug into so far. So we'll see if Shatty's going to go comb the desert or if he's going to go head up to Death Mountain anytime soon here. Seaphil's routing might put him up. If level 9's hanging up there, it's going to put him up there a little quicker right now, it looks like. Oh, it's Seaphil taking the any roads back to the other side of the map. So he is over here. I don't know what exactly he's looking for. And I thought he already saw that cave, but he must not. Gonna go get a health refill on half a heart. That's not a bad option. I was gonna say Shatty looked like he was going to Death Mountain, but I think he's going to check these couple ladder spots here on the river first. Oh, he's got one of them open. Has he seen this? Has he seen that? What's in here? Just a bomb shop. He's already opened that. Oh, he must have opened it before he had ladder. That's what it was. And nice shot with the boomstick. Opens up that hole for him. Didn't even need to spend a bomb for it. So more cash here. Both runners picking up some spare cash. Yet another boomstick shop on the second quest magical sword area. And yeah, if anybody has any, at this point, ideas where level 9 is, you know, submit your guess. We're getting down to just a smaller and smaller place where it could possibly be. I'm thinking it's probably going to be over on West Death Mountain somewhere. Maybe that spot about, what would it be, 2 screens west of the vanilla level 9 in quest 1. The ladder that's right under that spot seems to hold stuff a lot, I think. Shatty taking a little recorder trip here. Oh, just getting back down there. That's nice heads up play right there by Shatty, taking the recorder right back just to the bottom of that stair and not having to walk all the way back there. That's the kind of heads up plays that I always forget to make in the heat of battle. Seaphil opening up the spot that I was talking about. And just an old man selling some potions, it looks like. It looks like I was wrong there. I wasn't looking. Did Seaphil do all of West Death Mountain? If he did, we're looking at either, I think, a recorder spot or possibly that raft spot being the thing that we're looking for here. So the first person here, possibly, to complete their overworld checks might be rushing back into that level 3. Yep, Fury, you rolled the seed. Well done, sir. This is turning out to be nice. Not nice for the runners, but nice for the viewer. Yeah, and these guys are just doing what the other guys just did just a couple minutes ago. So one's on the west, one's on the east now, and neither of them finding what they're looking for in these spots. So without seeing their maps in front of me, you know, who knows, they both might have a couple orphan checks out there on the overworld, but right now this is leaning towards a little brutality here. The one thing upside here that Shatty has is he has that recorder, so he's been able to check these recorder spots as he's gone, whereas Seaphil has not. So Seaphil, after getting through his overworld, may well be thinking the recorder, and he's going to have to go and find that recorder, which was not the easiest spot to find in that level 5, so that can set him back a little bit here. Yeah, and this is cleaning up Death Mountain for Shatty, so he's going to get the bad news. So we'll see if he's got any place else to check after he gets out of here and where he's going to head off to, because he's going to be likely the first one to be able to find this level 9, just given what we know. Which looks like it's going to be level 3. He's digging that raft out. As we thought, Seaphil back in 5, so he knows that he needs to find his recorder out of here. But we know that he doesn't, at least as far as finding level 9 goes. He doesn't need to be getting this recorder, but that's the logical play to make. You have so many more checks with the recorder to make than you do with the raft. The raft only gives you 2 locations, so this is the right play as far as, you know, what you would logically do in a randomized seed like this, but unfortunately we know it isn't. Yeah, Boomstick definitely going to help Seaphil make his way through here, but Shatty also had the Boomstick when he was in here too, so not a heck of a lot of time to be gained as far as that goes. Just a couple of dark nuts, blue dark nuts here for Shatty. Those are not going to be too hard to beat with the Boomstick on, although they're giving them a little trouble. They like to turn at you as soon as you don't want them to. Seaphil finding one of 2 transports. He's going to go through this transport, pop up right on the other side. One room up. There. Thanks, game. You're a buddy. Boss items going to, the boss, Ruby boss, going to troll him a little bit too, just for good measure. And Shatty in a kind of a trolly little level 3. It's segmented, it's very linear. It's pretty much just have to walk through the whole dang thing here. If this reverse C is 3, this probably isn't even his item. Oh, it does push. It is going to be his item. A lot of times, reverse 3s and the reverse C's in 3 are just a drop. That's a transport. Had he been through that transport? He had to. Or he hasn't been to the other side yet, that's what it is. So he may well need to take the transport, go from one side of that to the other, and go all through almost every room of this level 3 to find his raft. That'll be great. Gonna take the key door down. Meanwhile, Seaphil getting the recorder that he was looking for, and he'll be on his way to do probably the rest of his Recorder Overworld check. Yeah, Professor Falcon question in chat. I would say typically you want to get the thing that's going to give you access to the most places, because most likely that is where you're going to look. Like I said, what Seaphil's doing is right. He should be going for that recorder, because it's likely in his mind where level 9 is going to be behind the recorder spot. We know it isn't. You know, you don't make the raft play until you have to make the raft play, basically, is the way that I look at that. So, are we going to be in Vanilla 4 raft spot, or are we going to be in the Vanilla Take Any raft spot? I think he's going over to Vanilla 4 here. Let's see if this one is not it. And it is not. It is going to be 100% overworld here for poor Shatty running around. And, yeah, as far as, you know, talking about desperation, you know, just sub-hour, you're starting to feel the pressure here for sure. Doing the meta play of raft would be an amazing call to be able to say, yeah, I'm just going to go and dig the raft and check those spots as quick. If you did that, that would be, like, historic. Go down and be remembered for that one. Good lord. And finally, Shatty into level 9. And it's immediately met with a bomb wall. And this is going to be a Shapes 9, so we'll see if this level 9 can throw any curveballs at him here long enough to get Seaphil back where he needs to be. So I don't think we've seen any level 2 rooms on, which means you can walk through walls. Anybody that saw any of Shatty's last couple matches knew that that was something that came into play in one of the lovely level 9s that he had against his match against TA 909, which were both amazing races to watch. If you haven't seen them, try to find the VODs for those and go watch those back if you can, because those were great races to watch. Two great runners there. And there's a Goma block just to keep things interesting there in level 9. A lot of bomb holes opening here for him. That's a good thing here. Got some staircases. I imagine he should be dipping these staircases, looking for these silver arrows here at 9. So, level 9, he's looking for a couple of things. He's looking for the Roar of the Pig, which is going to tell him where Ganon is, one room away. We don't know for a fact if Ganon is even required yet. So in this random percent tournament, we are just looking for the princess first and foremost. And along the way, Shatty's going to be looking into these staircases and see if he can find the silver arrows while he's trying to find the girl here. Oh, there it is! He didn't go in that stair right away. I thought he poked his head in there. I looked over at Seaphil's for a second. Like, oh, Shatty's checking that. Oh, right there. Finds the silver arrows. So he has everything in his possession that he needs to find Ganon, take him out if need be, and find the girl. So right now, still just looking for the princess in here somewhere. And Shatty is looking to rescue Princess Peach instead of Princess Zelda with his flag set. I guess that might not even be Princess Peach. It's probably, what's the other princess? It had a different name. Was that the original Super Mario Brothers? I don't remember the princesses. Daisy, is that it? Was that the original one? I don't know. And hey, well, Seaphil is here in the place he needs to be, getting his raft out. So he is not going to be that far behind, hopefully, getting his raft out of here and finding level 9. Shatty not checking the press on the walls, so he's fairly convinced that we don't need to worry about that in this seed. Haven't seen any indication that that is something he needs. Oh, but Seaphil did not take that transport, so he's back in this nasty blue dark nut room. Checking a couple other rooms before he goes over to the other segment, which is where we know the raft is. And Shatty greeted politely by the blue whiz robes as he comes out of that staircase. Nothing like a blue whizzy robe blasting in the face to greet you to the new segment of the dungeon they're in. And finds the red ring. Oh, nice find. Getting all the stuff out of this 9. So he is dang near invincible. We know he's got a potion in his pocket, so he can always pop that out if he ever gets a little too tired to keep treading on in this level 9. So really, just how fast can he get through all the rooms in here and not get trolled to get this girl out of this level 9 before Seaphil can finally get his raft and get in here as well. This is not over yet, because level 9 can still do some level 9 to you. And man, it's a good thing they got this boomstick, because this level 9 would not be very nice to be going through without it, because just about every room is either Wizrobes, or likes, or Gomas, or something that's just no fun. So, Shatty well equipped with that red ring now to get through any obstacle. Seaphil hitting the transport, going where he needs to go. Don't mess with those blue dark nuts, they aren't what you need. Heading down, gonna have this very quick, just gotta clear out this bunny room, and he'll be on his way to 9 very shortly. He barely had that thing in his hand, he was up A and out of there. See if he goes right down to this close check and finds the level 9. That'll give him level 9 quicker than Shatty's check was, so that will be a little bit of a plus in his favor here. So now, both runners, boomsticks in hand. Red ring, outstanding, and the silver arrow is outstanding for Seaphil. Does the traditional pirouette to open up that far bomb wall when he has a boomstick in hand. Not thinking about it, you do what you always do. You know, you go in, you go back out. That's the kind of stuff I do all the time. So you get automatic in the way that you do this stuff, even if you don't need to. Shatty having the same thoughts about this Goma that somebody in our chat brought up earlier. Whether this Goma's gonna have a compass. It could have just have the girl right behind him too. Could have not opened, he would have known where the girl was. So that's a good place to go back and check. Anytime You see a shutter door in 9, you mark it on your map. You never know. Another shutter door opens. Another shutter door behind it. And that one also opens. We'll see if Seaphil can take a path that Shatty has not here and find a girl just sitting around waiting to be found somewhere. That's the play he's looking for right now. Oh, and chat telling us we got a roar on Shatty's side? And here we go, we have Ganon. We have liftoff. Seaphil taking an unfortunate death, and a 0 hit point Ganon. He is down. Don't blink, folks. Ganon was there, and in this case it was actually Bowser was there, but he is dust, and nothing at all stops Shatty from finding this girl in this level 9 somewhere. I believe, if I am remembering the 5 seconds that Shatty was in the room, that Ganon was in his room, which means that the girl is likely in her room, which means he's going to be looking at coming up to the girl from below, which top row that he's in right now is not going to yield that result for him. One thing, Seaphil has the arrows in hand, the wood arrows, before coming into this now, which Shatty didn't, so he's going to be able to take out this corner. Isn't really going to help him very much, we know now, but he can take him out and proceed behind the locked door. Shatty getting into some unexplored territory here, heading towards this west and southwest side of the dungeon. And Seaphil taking another unfortunate death here. He needs to find that red ring as soon as he can. Oh, chat let me know that that was the silver that he died in. Oh, that's heartbreaking. And Shatty heading into this area in the west we haven't seen yet. Going through the left door here, and a shutter at the top, it opens! And we have Shatty is going to finish in first place with an official SRL time of 107.36. Get your GGs out in chat for Shatty. And that was a required Ganon, because that shutter door opened up as soon as he stepped into that race. Or stepped into that room, sorry. We'll see if we can get Shatty in here for an interview in just a second. And I believe we have him here. Good game, sir.
Hey, thanks, man. It's always the last place you look.
Oh, absolutely. And so, how'd the seed feel for you? How'd it go for you?
Pretty good. I was happy to get that early wand in 7 and kind of figure it out. Vanilla items were kind of where they were. Of course, I saw 3 and I was like, what are the odds I'm ever going to need wrath laughed.
Yeah, we were all thinking the same thing. We were like, oh, yeah, he's not going to need to be in here. This is where you get out and you keep going. But yeah, you and Seaphil, actually, in most of the early game, you guys were both just pretty much going back and forth to the same areas. Like, you were in, we think it was probably level 2 for a while, and then you were in level 6, and he was in one, and you were in the other, and then you guys went over to the coast and kind of routed everything really a similar way. The one main difference is that when you were in 5, you got that recorder out of there, where he took the Triforce and bolted, had to come back later to find a Triforce he thought was going to be, or find a recorder he thought was going to be required, but we knew at that point that you found that it wasn't. So that's one of the main differences between you guys here.
Yeah. It's just that raft is just so frustrating. I'm still like shaking my head over it.
Last possible overworld spot. And Seaphil takes down the pig. He has Ganon down, had the silvers. He has not found the red ring out of here yet, so he could still
I
find
was
that.
happy to see that.
Yeah, that was a nice find. You come in here, you find silvers in like, what, the second stair you look in, and then like 2 stairs later you find the red ring just sitting there. That's nice.
Yeah, overall, not too bad though. Went pretty quick. That 2, I mean, that level 2 can just go somewhere. First that was key block, then I got a key, then I went back in, then it was ladder blocked after like all that. That was before I knew vanilla items. I was like, boy, I can get some items quickly out of here.
Yeah, I think that ladder block one was like your 3rd dip into there.
Yeah,
like, you got the key,
ridiculous.
ladder block right away.
I mean, for level 2, should be like nice and easy. You can like bomb through, no problem. It was just, it was crazy. It was frustrating. Not a good way to kick things off.
But yeah, and even the late game, I mean, you guys were back and forth looking for level 9 together, because he hadn't gotten the recorder yet, but like you were on one side of West Death Mountain, he was over on East, and then you'd flip and he was back to the other side. And you're really, this was really close, and if you didn't need like silvers and beat Ganon, he was in level 9 maybe 5 minutes or so after you'd been in here, so you know, he had a shot at it, but you know, needed the silvers and everything was required at least, so definitely good job there.
Starting to get worried, getting over kind of like the left half of level 9 was proving to be difficult. Didn't seem to be much of a path going over there.
Yeah, everything kind of seems to draw you up to the top of this 9, and for whatever reason, wouldn't let you get over. He's finally found the path over to the left, and Seaphil's way off on the east side of this dungeon right now, so he's got to make his way over that way somehow. I think he's probably realizing, and giving the old man a shot with the boomstick just for his frustration's sake.
Did skip a lot of stairs. I mean, one of the stairs must have gone over here. It's probably an easier path than ended up being.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got the boomstick in hand. You've already got the peg down. You got the silvers. You got what you need. You're not too interested in staircases at that point. You're thinking the girl's gonna be right through the next door. So as long as you can keep opening doors and making some progress, that's usually the way you want to run that. Oh, and Seaphil just took another death. That's the other thing I said, that you know, it's a good thing that this level 9 that you had the boomstick coming into it, because the combat in here would be pretty nasty if you didn't have that. It's just Gleox and likes and, or not Gleox, Gomas and likes and Wizzies like every other room. It's kind of nasty.
Yeah, like I said, I was really happy to see that red ring after really struggling to even get up to where it was. The potion in that first room, I knew the bubbles were in there, so I figured I could at least clear it out and have a little easier path getting through.
Yeah, and I don't even know if Seaphil picked up a potion. I don't remember seeing him grab one and take any or anything. He may have, and I didn't see it, but yeah, he's a couple deaths that he's taken in here. I think he's got about 3 deaths or something so far just in this 9. It just keeps putting him back to not where he wants to be. Finding a Patra in the reverse C is probably not what he wants to see right now either. Boomstick doesn't help you with Patra too much, unfortunately.
Sitting there trying to gamble to get the boomstick. I knew it was only a few screens away. Then there were like 2 like money shops like right there. That's a complete waste of time.
Oh yeah. I'm like sitting there like, no, don't take it, don't gamble. Oh god, no, it takes a minus, it takes a minus. Then somehow you got like 2 awesome pluses and you put you like $2 away from the boomstick money. I was like, oh my god, that's a miracle. I would never do that. I would never gamble on that. I'm that close to money, I'd rather just farm it. I'm convinced I will always get the negative 40 or 50 or whatever in the money games. Seaphil back in this Patra. Hopefully this Patra takes him to someplace over in the southwest. Oh, he does have a potion, so he potions. And he's gonna get through here. Hopefully.
Sure, that room he died in was right next to her. When he was up in the middle there, like he had to go left in that room, and then it was up.
Oh, he didn't even get a push block in that Patra either. Oh man. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, I think you're right. It was like a shutter room, and you had to clear out some whizzies, and then go left a couple rooms, and the shutter room, the girl's door opens.
This room should take up to Red Ring. So I'll be super happy to see that. I know I was.
Yeah, that looks about the place. I remember you came out of the stair too, and Blue Wizzy waiting right there to shoot you in the face. That was nice.
Man, they're in like every room in here. It's crazy.
So yeah, this red landmo. Oh, just annihilates it right away. Nice. And there's our happy ring. So that should be what he needs to get through the rest of this. He's got another potion in hand, so it should just be a matter of a few seconds here. Hopefully, if he goes the right direction, he can try to get down to that southwest area. Alright, yeah, able to go left here. I think he goes down. Can manage to take a left somewhere is where he kind of wants to be. Able to kind of more face tank these things. Gets a couple hearts. It's good. No, go down. You want to be coming up from the girl from below.
Yeah, be interesting. He needs to take that stair. I'm not sure where that stair goes, but I think the rest of this northwest was kind of dead-ended, from what I could tell. Oh, you know what? I think this stair goes right back up to the one he was just in. I think that's what I think I up 8, and then I up 8 out of here, I believe. He's gonna be really happy right here. This looks way too familiar.
Oh man, yeah, that's bad news.
I think there might have been a path in that where that reverse C that you come through. One of those walls, I think, bombed down which I didn't catch on the way through, but I caught on the way back to the girl.
Yeah, and he's pretty much just stuck back in here with this Patra now. So either up A or you kill the Patra.
Yeah, this is where I hit the up A. But I do believe I bombed up into like a room I had already been in up here. It's got to be somewhere near that reverse C room.
This is back where the red ring was. Let's see if you can go back here, go down and get left somehow. There's the hole opens.
Yeah, that's the one he wants to take. Looks like he's heading that way too.
Oh, fairy, we want her.
She's right around here somewhere.
Yeah, I want to say she's like two
So he
screens
should
left
be
of
on
where
the
he
path.
was. Yeah. Go down here. I think he can get left.
So is Fury pretty proud of himself that he rolled the blue boomerang?
Absolutely. On many counts of giving you a seed that you had to dig the raft for, and then your last overworld seed, he's, yeah, job well done. Oh, and he gets a stair here that's going to put him, I think, in the area he wants to be. Another Patra, of course, hanging out here. But I think this is going to get him up just a
Yeah, it
couple
might be
rooms where he
straight
needs
up.
to go.
Yeah.
Clear these fires out in like 2 shots. That was nice. And there it is. There's the shutter. And Seaphil is going to finish this one with a official SRL time of 1:20.59. Get your GGs out for Seaphil. Good race, good game that these guys put on for us here tonight. All right, while we're waiting to see if Seaphil is going to stop in here for an interview or not, we got the Randomania schedule up on right now. So for Tuesday, that's today. It's got some stuff coming up later. We got a bunch of races coming up tomorrow.
We'll be playing game 2 tomorrow. Same bat time.
All right, that sounds like a hot ticket. So I might have to check that one out. Maybe we'll get in for that one as well. It looks like Seaphil's going to be joining us here.
For all the late night Zelda randomizer lovers. Keep you entertained.
Yeah, we're here on Randomania After Dark. And after a lot of people's bedtimes, it seems like.
Should be closer to 11 tomorrow. We got kind of hung up scheduling wise. Oh, I guess I haven't really looked at the schedule tomorrow either, so I don't know. It might be similar.
Yeah, with the way the races panned out tonight, we had to wait for Redbird to finish up his race with J Smash before that one, which that looked like a pretty good race as well. Not sure if we got Seaphil coming in here yet or not. And there he is, GG Seaphil.
Thank you, GG Shatty.
Yeah, GG. Well done.
So, how'd that seed go for you? How'd you feel about having to go for the raft?
A little bit of a rough start. I found those two dungeons early. They ended up being 2 and 6, and I had to bounce back and forth to get keys and bombs and stuff. But I got the wand out of it, and then it kind of flew by. Really, I found 4 and 5 pretty quick, and I didn't dig the items. Well, I dug the ladder. I didn't dig the recorder. I didn't dig the raft out of 3. Um, but I was looking for 9, and once it became clear that it was blocked, then I had to go back and get everything. Of course, the recorder wasn't correct either.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying when you were looking for it. I was like, he's good. You know, you didn't find it because that's one of the main differences between you and Shatty was the first time he touched 5, he knew that the recorder was somewhere in there, and he dug it out. Whereas you took the try and bolted, and that kind of came back to haunt you. You made the right play coming back to 5 right away when you knew you were blocked. Unfortunately, it wasn't the item you needed.
Yeah, and that was one thing I knew pretty early where everything was. It was vanilla placements. I figured that out around level 8 pretty early. I saw that got the any key out of there. So I knew where everything was, especially once I found the dungeons. It actually took me a little bit to um, lock on to the pallets weren't shuffled, and that's how I could tell what every level was.
Yeah, absolutely. And you and Shatty, talking about your early game, you didn't lose a step in the early game because you and Shatty were just neck and neck, going back and forth between those two dungeons. You know, he was in 2, you were in 6, and then you'd be in 2, and he'd be in 6, and but it just kind of went back and forth, both of you guys. And you were really in that area most of the early game, and then you both went and routed the same way. You went along the coast, and then up and found the rest of the dungeons like 8 and stuff. So you guys really took the same paths for most of the game. And you know, like I said, the recorder, Shaggy was able to check the recorder spots as he went along, whereas he had to go back and kind of double back and check those spots. So that was the main difference between you guys.
Yeah, and I'm actually kind of makes me feel good that I was playing with right along with somebody as good as Shatty. Um, but yeah, I'd never thought twice about the raft. Once I realized that was 3 and I didn't need the um,
I didn't.
I didn't need the triangle. I was out, and I didn't think twice about that. I thought twice about the recorder, and I got out of there because I thought, oh, this could be buried pretty deep. So let's see if I can find 9 first. But yeah, I didn't care about the raft until I did.
Yeah, nobody wants to care about the raft.
3 was kind of a mess too. Like, wasn't quick either.
Yeah, it only I mean it was the 2 segments and it was on the left side there. Actually, I wanted to see the map of 4 because I had an early compass and I couldn't get over to the right. It was the entire when you go up that first column, the entire right side was blocked. It had to be it had to be blank spaces over there. I really wanted to see what that looked like.
Yeah, I think I grabbed that. And I think I know what you mean. It was shaped like a U almost.
Yeah, I was kind of rooting for, you know, having to go through the transport in 3 and then having to go all the way down to the bottom and find nothing and then have to go all the way back up to the top and beat that blue dark nut room to get to the next room over to get the, the raft out of there. I was sorely disappointed, but what can you?
Oh yeah, I'm sure you did. I'm sure chat loved having the raft um, required and seeing that block and everything.
But yeah, that said, I mean, you actually managed to get the recorder, get all those spots checked, and get the raft out in time to get into 9. And you did take a couple of different paths that Shetty didn't take, I think, kind of early to the east, which she wasn't over there. But if she was open, you still had a shot in that, even up until the time when Shetty found the girl just hanging out over in the west.
Was it? It was Ganon required, right? I think I saw the door pop open.
Yep.
Yeah, I thought that was that's why I went left was to have a path to go straight up. I thought that might be my only chance is to find um an early path to her in snipe.
That 9 was difficult combat wise, even
It
with
was,
boomstick.
um, and I made a few mistakes, especially against the Patras. There's no reason to die to a Patra when you get all the eyes down. So, um, but that happens.
Yeah,
I'm just
those kind of
happy my first two races. I didn't even get into 9 before my opponent finished, so I was a little happier. He was a little closer this time.
yeah, that's what I said when you guys were in there. That was one saving grace of this seed was you got that boomstick. You were able to, otherwise that 9 would have just been a total nightmare with all the whizzies, and then there was just I think they were beefy pancakes in there. I don't remember for sure how they if they rolled up or not. They always seem like they take a billion hits anyway, but yeah, just the combat in there would have been awful if you didn't have the boomstick. It was bad enough with it. Unfortunately, boomstick doesn't help going against Patras.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that the pancakes were a lot higher. I think it took at least 6 wand hits to kill those guys, so that was definitely higher, at least plus.
So yeah, do you have any remorse flags lined up for the next match there, Steve?
I do not. I will probably let's go with 0 HP enemies. Let's put that flag fully on.
Yeah, I mean you're not locked into that, but that's always a good one, especially after the combat you saw on that 9 in this seed. I don't blame you for going that route at all. So yeah, absolutely.
Actually, it's funny. I've in the last week or so, I've probably played 4 or 5 practice seeds, and all of them have been 0 HP enemies, and I've kind of flown through them. And I told myself, don't get confident in that just because you're putting up 45, 50s with 0 HP enemies. You're not going to get that in the race.
Yeah, see, I'm actually on the other side of that coin. Like you said, a lot of practice matches and a lot of races I get, they turn out to be 0 hit point enemies, and you fly through, but at some point you're like, you want a little meat on the bones of your seeds. Like I want to be able to kill some stuff. I want to, I want a little bit of something standing in my way. I'm kind of sick of the 0 HP myself, but yeah, that'd be definitely if you want to get moving early, that's a good flag to have on.
All right, well, GG, Shatty. Tomorrow night at the same time.
Yep.
And actually,
GG.
let's give some props to Fury over there. I mean, everyone that puts um, on this stuff for the tournament is great, but Fury tonight doing a back-to-back-to-back triple header, getting us all restream, just fantastic.
Yeah, absolutely. Fury working hard behind the scenes, putting together all these races, trying to schedule everything. No small feat. I do not envy him his task at all. And do you guys have any final thoughts before we close?
Yep. GG's. Thanks, Steel. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.